The stuff of nightmares and horror tales have captured human imaginations for centuries. The reanimated corpses, driven by an insatiable hunger for human flesh, have become a symbol of terror and the macabre. So, in this article, we will talk about the origin of zombies, explore their definitions across various scientific fields and cultural contexts, analyze their modes of transmission, discuss potential methods for defeating the virus, uncover the chilling concept of a zombie apocalypse, examine the scientific possibility of finding a cure in the modern world. Basically, everything you need to know about zombies. So, buckle up. What if zombies were real? If yes, are you prepared for a zombie apocalypse? Or, is the only way of killing a zombie a headshot? Have the religions around the world warned about the rise of the dead? Welcome, brave survivors and curious wanderers, to a journey that bridges the realms of fiction and reality. So, I am Liam and this is Bit4Is. Join us on this unforgettable odyssey and do the unforgettable. Like, subscribe and share. Can you believe the governments are planning for such an event? As a matter of fact, they are. There is a US government secret plan for the apocalypse of zombies issued on the April 30th, 2011, which we previously made a short post on that. The document was written as a part of fictional training scenario for junior officers undergoing training in GOPS, the DoD's contingency plan system. But later, they decided to keep it as an actual plan somehow. Aside from this documented practical plan of the United States, governments issue emergency response plans or ERP for crises and disasters. Furthermore, they do prepare for pandemic diseases. This wasn't a real thing until N1H1 influenza and as of late COVID-19 outbreak, so they figured they must prepare for all scenarios and called it pandemic preparedness. This include quarantine measures, stockpiling medical supplies, research and surveillance, evacuation and sheltering plans, drills and training, and of course public awareness campaigns. Now, before going any further, I'd like to talk a little bit about origin of zombies. The origin of zombie myth can be traced back to Haitian voodoo, a religion that emerged from the blending of West African spiritual practices and Catholicism among enslaved Africans in Haiti. In voodoo belief, buckers or sorcerers or witch doctors were said to have the power to reanimate the dead and control them as slaves. The concept of zombies in voodoo served as a way to explain the fear of death and enslavement, as well as the belief in the spiritual. Over time, the concept of zombies spread beyond Haitian folklore and found its way into literature, films, and popular culture. The rise of zombie movies in the mid-20th century, beginning with George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, cemented the zombie's position as a terrifying and enduring figure in horror storytelling. Not only that, there is some historical events that were quite influential for the attempt outbreak, like the one with the Americans occupy Haiti in 1915. The occupation lasted several years and ended in 1935. During the American occupation of Haiti, sensationalized accounts of supported real-life zombies in Haiti began to capture the attention of the Western world. Journalists and travelers reported stories of zombies attributing their existence to the practice of voodoo. These accounts contributed to popularization of the zombie concept in Western culture and helped shape the modern image of zombies as mindless reanimated corpses. Not only these events were important, they also shaped the term zombie literature. Let's see, what do we have on literature of zombies? Movies and books depicting zombies are entirely work of fiction and are not close to reality in any practical sense. The concept of zombies as reanimated corpses with a hunger for human flesh is purely a product of folklore, mythology, and popular culture. Zombies as depicted in these works are supernatural creatures that defy the laws of nature and human physiology. In reality, there is no scientific basis for the existence of zombies as they are portrayed in movies and books. Dead bodies do not reanimate, and humans do not develop any insatiable hunger for human flesh after death. Zombies, as portrayed in popular culture, are far removed from anything that could occur in the real world. With that said, we do have books, however, like World War Z and the Zombie Survival Guide, both written by Max Brooks. There is also a Hollywood movie created by the name of World War Z with Brad Pitt as the main character, which I love, by the way. And about the latter, can you believe that the author guides you through the event of zombie outbreak? It actually tells you what to do when it happens. Well, there are also some other books like Zone 1 by Colson Whitehead and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Seth Graham Smith. Does it resemble the book Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen? It actually does. It's a kind of mashup of the book with a zombie twist. There are also movies that depict the ideal zombie. One of them, which we mentioned earlier, is The Night of the Living Dead, directed by George A. Romero in 1968. This movie, though, was not the first movie at the time, but played a crucial role in modern conventions associated with the zombies. Dawn of the Dead, 1978, also directed by George A. Romero. 28 Days Later, directed by Danny Boyles in 2002. Shaun of the Dead, a horror comedy directed by Edgar Wright in 2004. Zombieland in 2009, and Train to Busan 2016 are other zombie-related movies. Now I think it is enough about the origin and literature. Let's see what is zombie in the actual terms. I mean, scientific definition of the zombie. Number 1. Scientific definition. In the scientific context, zombies are not reanimated corpses, but rather a concept used to study the behavior of parasites that manipulate their host. Some parasites, such as the zombie ant fungus, infect ants and manipulate their behavior, compelling them to climb vegetations and die in an ideal location for the fungus to grow and spread. This parasitic manipulation is a fascinating and sometimes horrifying example of how organisms can influence the behavior of other creatures for their benefit. Number 2. Neuroscience definition. In neuroscience, a zombie can refer to a hypothetical philosophical concept or a being that resembles a human but lacks consciousness and subjective experience. This concept is often used to explore questions of consciousness and the nature of the mind. Number 3. Computer science. This is new, isn't it? In the context of computer science, zombie refers to a process that has completed its execution but still has an entry in the process table. These zombie processes can consume system resources and may need to be terminated properly. And what about common belief? In popular culture, zombies are undead beings that feed on the living, often depicted as mindless, reanimated corpses driven by an insatiable hunger for human flesh. Beyond Haitian folklore, zombies have appeared in various mythologies and legends across cultures. Exploring these diverse tales can provide fascinating insights into how different societies have grappled with the concept of the undead. From ancient Chinese folklore to African myth, each culture offers unique interpretation of zombies and their significance in their respective belief systems. Very well. One of the most frequently asked questions is how it is actually transmitted. In infectional depictions, zombie viruses typically spread through bites, scratches, or contact with infected bodily fluids. Once infected, the virus quickly takes over the host's body and brain, causing a gruesome transformation. The infected individual loses all sense of self and becomes a monstrous, flesh-craving creature bent on spreading the infection to others. What if it spread? Could we defeat it, or? In the realm of fiction, the defeat of zombie virus often hinges on finding a cure or vaccine. Stories may explore the pursuit of scientific research, desperate attempts to discover the virus's origin, or the search for immunity among survivors. While real zombies do not exist, the modern world faces the challenges of combating various various infectious diseases. Scientists work tirelessly to find vaccines and treatments to prevent and treat outbreaks caused by viruses and other pathogens. In reality, preventing and managing infectious diseases outbreaks like zombies require a multifaceted approach. This includes early detection, effective quarantine and isolation measures, and of course public health campaigns to raise awareness and the development of vaccines and treatments. The pursuit of scientific knowledge and medical advancement is essential in the ongoing battle against infectious diseases that threaten global health and well-being. In reality, the idea of an actual zombie virus is a work of fiction, yet aside from the zombie apocalypse, the modern world has not been without its share of infectious diseases outbreaks. The COVID-19 pandemic of 2019 served as a stark reminder of the importance of preparedness and global cooperation in managing viral outbreaks. In response to the pandemic, countries worldwide invest in research and development of vaccines, diagnostic tools, and treatments. The experience has highlighted the critical role of science and public health measures in safeguarding human lives and preventing the spread of deadly diseases. As zombies are fictional creatures and do not pose a real-world threat, science does not need to take any specific actions to prevent the zombie apocalypse. But in case what's coming for us? In the event of a zombie outbreak, chaos ensues and societies crumble. Survivors face a terrifying and desperate struggle for survival, navigating a world overrun by the undead. The term zombie apocalypse symbolizes the catastrophic collapse of civilizations and the dark realization of humanity's worst fears. It represents the end of the world as we know it, a world where the dead rise to prey on the living. And in case, do we have the cure? Regarding the topic of zombies, it is important to clarify that science has not addressed the existence of zombies as reanimated corpses with a hunger for human flesh, as zombies are purely fictional creatures. As a result, there are no scientific studies or research specifically focused on preventing or managing zombie apocalypse, and thus, science has not developed any sort of vaccines to cure the zombie virus, because there is no virus to develop a cure for. However, science plays a crucial role in addressing real-world threats and emergencies that humanity may face. There are some ways like disease surveillance and research, vaccine development and immunization, public health education and awareness, disaster preparedness and response, research on infectious diseases and transmission, global health cooperation, environmental monitoring and conservation, technological advancement. Now we do have a little bit of final word. The most horrifying aspect of zombies lies in the loss of humanity and the ability to tap into deep-rooted psychological fears. The fear of death and the unknown is fundamental to human nature, and zombies personify the terrifying prospect of death not being the end, but a gruesome continuation of existence. Zombies may be creatures of fantasy, but they hold a mirror to our fears, forcing us to confront the darkness that lurks within and beyond our understanding. Give this video a thumbs up if it sends shivers down your spine. Your support helps us bring more engaging content to life and inspires us to keep pushing the boundaries of knowledge and entertainment. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your fellow zombie enthusiasts. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay curious, and keep surviving.